The real capital of West Germany should be Munich, otherwise known as Munich, capital of the Free State of Bavaria and the third largest city in the Federal Republic. It is the cultural center of West Germany, an intellectual, entertaining and earthy meeting place which attracts the young, much as does the West Coast in the US or the Riviera in France. The city has about it an air of relaxation, which contrasts sharply with the more puritanical postures of the Prussians in the north. The people of Munich are good-natured and easygoing, and possess an almost infinite capacity for fun and laughter, especially during Fasching and Oktoberfest. Fasching is a carnival that runs from Epiphany on January 6 to Mardi Gras, during which some 2,000 masked balls of every imaginable kind are held. Oktoberfest dates from the celebrations held in 1810 to mark the engagement of Crown Prince Ludwig to Princess Teresa. This apparently major celebration in the Marienplatz is nothing more than a local brewery festival, but as with everything else in Munich, it's intended that a good time be had by all. It's also a good excuse to get out the traditional clothing and stand around in the Marienplatz, talk with friends, and listen to some music. Bavaria traces its origins to the Celtic tribe of Vendelicians. At the time of the birth of Christ, the area was part of the area of Rhaetia, an outpost of the Roman Empire. In the 12th century, Benedictine monks set up a small settlement here that was called Munichen, meaning at the monks. A monk symbolizing the origin of the city's name is featured in its coat of arms. Everywhere in Munich there are fountains, sculptures, and music and art. The city takes its mandate as the German Paris very seriously. The Little Boy Fountain is a small but highly whimsical romantic fountain which has stood on this spot since the 19th century. This fountain, created by Hans Wimmer in 1962, honors the composer Richard Strauss, who was born in Munich in 1864. It presents scenes from one of his operas, Salome, on the bas-reliefs on the bronze column. Munich is full of musicians. They are in every pedway and on every corner. They play every imaginable instrument in every conceivable style. They are obviously not even all German. These Peruvian musicians are a long way from home, but very close to the spirit of Munich. In front of the door of St. Michael's Church is a statue of St. Michael conquering the devil. The church was built for the Jesuits by the Dutchman Friedrich Sustris between 1583 and 1597, and the church resembles the Jesu, the society's home in Rome. Lining the pedway between St. Michael's Church and the Residence Palace are a number of old guild houses. The Dukes of Wittelsbach, the most powerful reigning family in the city's early history, resided in Munich and gradually expanded their castle from the 14th century onwards until it became a true palace. Originally built to reflect the design of the Pitti Palace in Florence, the building was much modified and altered over the years. Elaborate decoration was not limited solely to the ruling classes, however, and many merchants' houses in Munich have superb Baroque facades. At the other end of the Marienplatz is the old town hall, with its stepped gables, bell turrets, and handsome zodiac clock. It was originally built by George von Halsbach in 1470, and is still used for official receptions given by the city of Munich. The clock tower was heavily damaged during the Second World War, but as in all such damage Munich suffered during these terrible years, it has been lovingly and faithfully restored. The massive building in the Marienplatz, just past the fish fountain, is the New Rathaus, or New Town Hall. It was built for Ludwig II and was modelled on town halls in Flemish cities. Rising right in the middle of the Marienplatz is the Marion Sol, the statue to the Virgin Mary from which the square gets its name. The Bavarian Prince Elector Maximilian I had the monument erected in 1638 to give thanks for the delivery of his capital from its occupation by the troops of King Gustav Adolf of Sweden in 1632. A particular attraction for visitors is the Glockenspiel, or singing clock, in the tower. To commemorate the wedding of the Bavarian Duke Wilhelm V and the Duchess Renata of Lothringen in 1568, colorful mechanical figures perform a knight's tournament. This tournament actually took place on the Marienplatz at the time of the wedding and was a festival which lasted 18 days. The lower figures are those of the dancing Coopers, which danced in the streets in an attempt to lure people out of their houses in 1519, following the Great Plague. Even the youngest Münchners love the Glockenspiel and a general good time in the Marienplatz.